Hello, smart viewers. Welcome to Face with me, William Grinaldi. And for the next 30 minutes, I will be discussing about variously interesting topics as usual. And for this episode, I'm gonna bring more of an Indonesian culture in this topic, and it's related to beverage. It's jamu. Yeah, it's popular Indonesian drink from Indonesia. And for this segment, I'm gonna bring some of examples of prominent jamu that is a benefit for health. It gives benefits for health, and it's very advantageous. And it contains special herbs and spices, and it's our own herbal drink from Indonesia. And for the first one is called beras kencur. Yeah. So beras kencur is one of the most popular jamu. It is made of extracts of Kampferia galanga, rice, ginger, and tamarind. So the taste is sweet and refreshing, and it's due to the palm sugar as sweetener. Yeah. So and this jamu can be consumed by children and adults. So beras kencur has so many benefits, such as increases stamina, which is very suitable for hard workers because beras kencur has the benefits of eliminating fatigue, weakness, and eliminating muscle aches. Yeah, so it's also to treat gastric problem and lots of vitamin B and increased appetite for children. So the next one is kunyit asam. So kunyit asam is the second most consumed jamu. Now it's even produced in sausage and exported worldwide. So it consists of turmeric and tamarind, and other ingredients such as palm sugar, curcuma, ginger, Kampferia galanga, pepper beetle, and other ingredients. So turmeric has been known for centuries as a remedy to maintain healthy liver by neutralizing toxins and high antioxidants. And jamu kunyit asam also can help reduce weight. So the next one is cabai puyang. So this jamu drink has also two main ingredients. It's called Japanese chili and lempuyang or bitter ginger. Jamu cabai puyang has many health benefits, driving away sore muscles caused by fatigue and lower back pain, and is also known to eliminate premature ejaculation. So since it has positive effect sexually, this jamu is often consumed by men to increase their sexual performance and to eliminate sore muscles. And not to forget galian singset. Yeah, so it's very popular for women also. Yeah, for their female, it's for vaginal muscles. Yeah. So the next segment, I will invite a special guest who is working on her jamu business. Want to know more about her business and and its impact for our younger generation. So you better stay tuned on Face to Face right after the break. Hello, smart viewers. Welcome back to Face with me, still William. And as I described in previous segment about several of prominent, important, and also healthy jamu and its benefit for health. As I promised, I'm going to invite a guest related to the previous segment who is working on specifically in business for jamu. Yeah, so without further ado, here is my special guest for today's episode. Hello, maybe you can briefly introduce yourself to the smart viewers first.
Okay, hello smart viewers, my name is Nova Dewi. I'm one of the founders of the Suwe Ora Jamu. That's about me. I'm from Surabaya, but already moved to Jakarta 8 years ago.
Oh, yeah. And maybe you can, kind of like describe a little bit of what is Suwe Ora Jamu, as you know, as maybe Indonesians know that it's a traditional song.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, you're right. Suwe Ora Jamu is actually a title of a song. We actually brought up that name to become the brand of our activity. So Suwe Ora Jamu started as a kedai. A kedai is a cafe,
like a
small store or cafe, or like in Singapore maybe you can say it's a kopitiam or something, like, you know, really cozy to for people to hang out and to visit. And I think we started to see that Jamu has been very strong, one of the strong heritage selections in Indonesia. But I think the younger generations, they started to
tend to actually
maybe forget or maybe not knowing anymore. So Suwe Ora Jamu means it has been a long time we haven't had jamu. And then actually, if you or anyone familiar with the song, at the end it says Suwe Ora Ketemu. Suwe Ora Ketemu means it has been a long time we haven't seen each other. So Suwe Ora Jamu vision and mission, actually, we hope that this place, this venue, is a melting pot for people to come in, and people can actually see each other. And even though it hasn't been a very often meeting with everybody, but I think with Jamu we can be together once again. That's actually the story.
So it's more than just, you know, a beverage. It's like more on how Jamu has an element for people to gather, like a cultural aspect in it also.
Yes. I think Jamu is very it's very treasurable, I think, for the Indonesian, and because it is involving all of the treasure of botanicals that we have in Indonesia, as we are in Ecuador, and we have so many selections of wild plants, like herbs and spices, and I think so many to explore. Like Jamu, I think a lot of people know that it's beras kencur or kunyit asam or wedang jahe, but I think there's so many more to explore, and to actually reshare the benefits, and to actually make the younger generations not being afraid of the word Jamu, because Jamu always perceived as hot drink. It's so
bitter taste, like
bitter, and it's so unappealing, and it's not fun to drink, and of course it always perceived as it's an older generation's drink, and sometimes people think that it's also kind of it's a medicine. So should I drink Jamu? And there's so many questions about it, like is there any side effects about the Jamu lifestyle
for and lifestyle, for continuous usage of Jamu like that,
So I think the exploration and also the to reintroduce again, to make the Jamu, to rebrand, to repackage, to make Jamu more popular, to make Jamu more acceptable, I think, for the younger generation, especially the millennials. Yes.
Because there are not many kind of like exposure of Jamu nowadays. So I think it's a great effort for, you know, especially for Suwe Ora Jamu to actually try to reintroduce that to the market again. And maybe talk about your ideas about how you come up with that idea to, you know, reintroduce Jamu as in a brand.
I think for that question, I think it is a very long journey, and maybe it takes more than an hour to explain. But I think that the journey and the challenge is very beautiful in a way that We started as a kedai jamu, but then we introduced Suwe Ora Jamu to the market as product. But then along the way, we also share the education. We give a lot of programs, such jamu classes. So there's a jamu tasting classes, jamu making classes, or a jamu tour in Suwe Ora Jamu. To rebrand, yes, of course, it's one challenge, because how to actually change the concept of people see jamu. Our vision and mission is to actually ask people, like, let's come together, let's do it as a movement for especially for younger generations to try jamu. So in a maybe more creative way, my husband Uwi Matovani, he's the co-founder of Suwe Ora Jamu. He actually packaged in the branding that such is acceptable. I think it's perceived and looks cool to the younger generations. We actually make the jamu with all the fresh ingredients, so all the fresh herbs and spices that we use. Of course, it's processed, dried, and also cooked and blends and packaged in a glass bottle. So there's a lot of education message behind it. And for the benefit, I think once we introduce to the younger generation, we want to introduce first. Our passion is let's
try to get people familiar with
let's get
the idea.
them familiar, and then let's get them to love it, and let's get them to have faith in it. And then I think together we can be proud that we have jamu, and we can treasure it together.
So the conversation is getting more interesting, but we're gonna have to take a little break. But stay tuned on Face to Face. Hello, smart viewers. Welcome back to Face still with me, William Grinaldi, and my guest for today's special episode about jamu, about herbal drink created originally from Indonesia. So as we continue our discussion, we have some photos we can discuss about, the experience and activity of Suwe Ora Jamu. Maybe we can take a look at the photo. Maybe you can share about this photo.
Yeah, this photo, it actually, I think it was in Vietnam last year. Oh. So we were invited by the wonderful Indonesia to actually join them to promote jamu to the international market. Especially we focus on the Asian, so we can Asian countries, so we can bring more visitors or more tourists to come to Indonesia and exploring our culture and heritage. This is a session of jamu sampling, so that's me, and on my right side it's my husband Uwi Matovani.
So you were invited by visiting wonderful Indonesia to actually try to introduce jamu to Asian market in order to indirectly to promote tourism also.
Yes.
I think it's very interesting also to try to promote tourism through the culture and the culture aspect, especially in our regional herbal drink.
Yes.
And the next photo. Maybe you can share about this photo.
So this photo is one of our outlet in Grand Indonesia in alun-alun. So there is a jamu counter next to the warung kopi inside alun-alun Grand Indonesia. So this is our recent, the most latest outlet. So we have different form of outlets concept. We have the cafe concept, the bar concept, and the bar and warung seperti yang in the Bentara Budaya Jakarta. Yes.
So the outlook of the the stalls is also inspired by Indonesian culture, I'll say.
Yes.
And I think it's very important also to try to there are lots of cultural like drinks from Indonesia, but except for example coffee or tea but not jamu. So I think it's it's a very bold effort also to try to market jamu. As it is also part of our culture. And the next photo, you can share about this photo.
This photo is about jamu class that I shared earlier. So this venue is our third floor in Suwe Ora Jamu. We call it Galeri Cerita Jamu or Jamu Story Gallery. So this is the venue where we share the story about the jamu Indonesia, about the philosophy, about the benefits, the ingredients, and everything. So we package it in the classes form, and it is so interesting that there are a lot of also expats,
foreigners,
residents that live in Indonesia to register and having the classes there in Suwe Ora Jamu. So the eagerness to know about the Indonesian traditional drink, what is it for, what to make when I'm catching a cold. So there is a lot of classes. We have like 12 curriculums for the classes, and so many aspects like there is also like mocktail jamu class and cocktail jamu class.
So it's like fusion now.
Beauty class, herbal healing. So I think we can do so much more with Indonesian herbs and spices, and especially when we say jamu. So especially to the younger generations, I think it's very important to actually get in touch with the people and to experience, to taste, and of course, jamu needs to be packaged and delivered and also served in the more acceptable for the younger generations. So like the taste, we have to alter the taste. We have to make it more
current,
more current, yes. And also the importance of saying that it's what like the truth about the product. So we have to be truthful. For example, there's no artificial color, there's no artificial sugar, no preservatives and everything. I think it's very important today in the marketing, marketing,
like
strategy, to actually share what is in the product, right? Yes.
And we have the last photo. Maybe you can share about the product itself.
So this is how our products look like. We package it in glass bottles. So we have 10 jamu blends. So we introduce like that photo is kayu manis citrus, it is cinnamon. Cinnamon, very rich in flavor. It's very beneficial.
And it's also gives benefit for health.
Yes, it can reduce the diabetic symptoms. and conditions, of course. And we also share where is it from, like cinnamon, it's from the eastern islands of Indonesia. We can find it a lot in Maluku and Ambon. So I think it's very important now to tell the story also about where the ingredients from.
It's also about the importance of how to educate the market also about where the product comes from. And what do you think about like the efforts and the development of of jamu itself, relating to the richness of herbs and spices available in Indonesia?
Of course, with the difficulties of challenges with the fresh materials, we cannot always have the consistency on the raw ingredients. But when we actually can plan the production and also the delivery system, so when it comes to the business side, of course, it has to be thought carefully about the chain of process from the farmer delivered to Jakarta, Bali, and Surabaya, because we have 3 operations in 3 different cities, and we have how to handle the ingredients. So of course we work together with the farmer to share that what kind of quality and standard that we need. And I think because Indonesia has 2 seasons only, and it's beneficial for us. So during the rainy season, of course, it's a good time to plant, and then during the hot season.
It's ready to harvest.
Yes.
And lastly, what are your hopes for jamu, for the business, on business side, and also to how you inform the market? What are you hoping and your expectations?
For the marketing and informing the market, we use a lot of social medias platforms such Instagram, websites, Facebook, Twitter, or
lots of
other
social media.
And we also using online digital media for our point of sales. And distributions. For the hope that I have and my partners have, we will make jamu becoming reputable again,
and relevant,
and be connected again to the younger generations, so we can together preserve it and treasure it.
As it is an important aspect of our culture, our Indonesian culture. So thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you for having me.
For this conversation will evokes more conversation and also education and awareness about jamu again. So until then, I'll see you again in another episode of Face to Face, same time and same day also. And until then, I'll see you again. So bye bye.